So when I originally decided to do comic books as part of my, like, once a month for my reading Wednesdays, I wanted to do trade paperbacks because they're easy to buy and it has like a full story arc. And I didn't ever want to do single comics because it's really hard to get into single comics because they're usually up in like 30s, 40s, like issue number 75, and you can't really jump into a story at that point. And though I was getting back into comics, I didn't want to just tell people, recommend someone a comic that's already like really deep in. But DC Comics just released this relaunch of 52 main titles, and they're actually pretty epic titles. Like, they relaunched Action Comics, which was like up in the 900s. So they're releasing them weekly on Wednesdays, and they have a ton of titles. There's not super amount that I'm excited for. Like, I was really shocked with some of the ones that I read this week. The ones I probably won't be talking about right now, because they haven't come out yet, are Frankenstein Agent of Shade, which is by Jeff Lemire, and I'll talk about him in a little bit. Suicide Squad, because I want to lol at how horrible it is. I'm a huge fan of Birds of Prey, so I have to pick that up. And Nightwing was the very first DC comic I actually got into. So I'm thinking of going back into that. I'm not really all about superheroes and superpowers, so the rest of these aren't really my thing, but I would like to talk about right now the three I picked up this week and what I thought of them. So, do that. Animal Man, just because it's Jeff Lemire. Jeff Lemire does Sweet Tooth, which is one of my favorite comic book series artistic-wise, but he doesn't draw this, so I think Travel draws this. Not super impressed by his writing style, but actually, since I've started talking about it, let's go into Animal Man. Animal Man was effing phenomenal. It's exactly what I expected out of a Jeff Lemire kind of relaunch, where it's not at all about superpowers. It's more about like family and community, which was like the original relaunch for Animal Man. It's hella dark, super creepy. Oh, how come I can't flip to a proper page? Last panel, little girl surrounded by dead animals. Second to last panel, the red reveals themselves, and it's just dark and creepy. Amazingly written, so real, so not superhero, but like actual people in the place. Second up is the Swamp Thing. Well, back in the days when Sandman came out, Alan Moore took control of Swamp Thing and rechanged the entire story, making it a lot more adult. It was one of the very first comics targeted strictly for adults. And this is following the exact same kind of storyline for the Swamp Thing. It's not, once again, not very superhero-like, but very dark and human tales and how we cohabitate with the environment. Really dark, really gory. Love the artwork. One of the big things that I really didn't dig about Animal Man was the artwork wasn't super great, which kind of sucks. I love Jeff Lemire's artwork, and he's just way too busy because he has Frankenstein also coming out next week, I think. No, wait, where's Frankenstein? Yeah, it's right there. Coming out next week, and he's also working on his own comic, Sweet Tooth. But the art in this is amazing, the story is amazing, and I love where they're taking it and how they're backspringing off the original, well, not the original, but the first relaunch with Alan Moore. The last one I picked up was Batgirl, which I wasn't going to pick up originally because I'm not really into that kind of universe, but Gail Simone was actually credited as writing it, and I've really enjoyed her writing in the past, so I decided to give it a try. For those of you who don't know, Barbara Gordon is now the original Batgirl from the TV shows and the movies that you saw. Got shot in the legs by Joker, was crippled for 3 years and couldn't walk, and just became the Oracle in Birds of Prey. At the beginning of this, she can walk again, and doesn't really say why she can walk. It just has her walking again and goes into story. Once again, I love Gail Simone because of her banter, and this has so much. Like, all these texts are just stuff that happened inside her head. Gail Simone fills her books with it. So it's just really hardcore internal banter by Barbara Gordon, who's really cool. Original Batgirl, tons of love interest, tons of story, tons of character, so really dig that. I'm going to pause you and go to my room. I found out I still can't vlog in front of my roommates, so that's all I really wanted to say about the three comics. If any, I'm talking to them, my comic book girl, so if there's anything else that's amazing that comes out, I will definitely give it a shout. I'm really just looking forward to Birds of Prey, Frankenstein probably, and maybe I'll be surprised by like something else. And I'll definitely give it a word up. But I just wanted to talk about the relaunch. If you're into any of those characters, you can look them up on DC.com. They have all 52 titles that are coming out with. Great way to start getting into comics if that's the kind of thing you want to get into. Once again, not really big into superheroes, so not totally my thing, but I'm willing to try it out. And once again, like, the Jeff Lemire book was phenomenal, and Swamp Thing is also looking really good. The kind of stuff I'm really into, so hopefully you do a lot more of that without me noticing, and then I'll be like, whoa, this is amazing. But thanks for watching, and bye.